President Riley is flying in tonight, and I don't think they're going to let him jump out of the airplane over here and parachute in, so he'll be along as soon as he can get here. Meanwhile, I'm Jim Wilkin, your Vice President, and we want to welcome everybody. I want to start with welcoming the guest. If we have any guests tonight, if you would stand and give us your name and call letters, please. All right, very good.
Yes, Alan Baker, how you doing? KK5 RSQ.
Thanks, Alan.
And we just joined too last month. This is our first eyeball though. Doug Wells, PC6PE guys.
Thank you, Doug. Well, we're glad you could make it. I would like if we got a second for all of the board members to stand, just so you guys know who the board people are that you can reach out to, and when you need information or need something done. We appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Do we have meeting minutes from last meeting, Steve? Okay. If you'd like to look at the minutes, Steve has them over here. Could I have a motion to approve them? Okay, second. Okay, very good. Okay, and let's take a look at the treasurer's report. Sparky?
We don't do the treasury report online.
Right.
So if anybody wants to see it, they can come up and talk to me if you want to see anything about the treasury report.
Okay, sometimes the business part of the meeting doesn't take long. VE testing, we have some stuff coming up. It's going to be a big weekend that weekend. Mr. James, if you would come up and enlighten us as to what's going on with the test schedule, please, sir.
Our next scheduled test session will be on the October 12th weekend. It'll be a Saturday. We'll have, starting at about 7:30-ish, a tailgate session. So if you got anything you want to sell, or if you're looking to buy anything, you want to be here early. And then at 10:30, we'll assemble here in the hall, and we'll hold a VE testing session. So if you're thinking about getting your technician class license, be sure and go to CORS, then over to FCC, and get your FRN number. You'll need to have that in place before you arrive at the test session. We don't have the facilities to sit up here and walk you through. We don't have the computers or anything like that set up to assist you in getting that FRN number. So please get that ready. Have it ready when you walk in the door. If you're going to go for an upgrade, be sure and download a copy of your license and bring it in, because we have to turn it in with our paperwork. Other than that, study, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the 12th. That's about all I've got for right now. How about the teaching test? The ham cram.
Yeah, the ham cram. Okay, we have 4 people who are ready to take the ham cram class, and so we're going to get it scheduled shortly. If you guys know of anybody who might be interested, have them get in touch with me so we can get them the pre-study materials and the date, set down and make a date for the actual ham cram series.
Keep in mind, we have very limited facility for the ham cram. That's the reason why we do not offer a general testing session. Now then, if the teach and test grows so big that we have to hold it over here, we'll let you know and possibly open it up. But at this point, the ham cram crowd will take their test as a unit together without anybody else coming in. And the general testing session will be on October the 12th. Come on out and visit with us.
Thank you, James. James works awful hard for our testing people to get everything up and running all the time. We really do appreciate that. And if you need to get a hold of him, ad5tc@arl.net. Drop him a text or an email and he will get back to you. With our repeater situation, things are actually going fairly well. Everything has been puddling along unless we get hit by lightning like KZFM did a couple of days ago, which took them and us off the air for some time, but they got us back on a lot quicker than we anticipated. As far as the all-star node at 442.25, we still have a little deafness in the receiver, and we think we have it pinned down to the antenna. So we're working to improve that situation. Everything else seems to be working okay. Sparky, any word on any of the digital links you'd like to share?
So business as usual with the digital links. Like Jim said, we've still been running through some minor glitches that we're still working to clear out. But overall, they seem to be solid. We got some news from both SADRC and that they've added some repeaters. Two of them, I believe, are in the Victoria area that are linked back to SADRC. Is that correct? So check out their website. We'll have a link on our site to get to their master list. And then we're going to start adding some of those repeaters onto our repeater list as well for your programming one-stop shop, I say. And so you have two options with SADRC. You can go up 37 to San Antonio and then keep it going up towards the Dallas area. And then now that they're expanded over to Victoria, you can actually start going towards Houston. So there's double layer of networked repeaters going that route. So it's constantly changing, constantly improving, and that's exciting to see. We may, in the future, see some other ones pop up going up 37 to kind of fill the gap between us and San Antonio. So all work in progress. Hopefully you've had the opportunity to test those repeaters, use your equipment, use the functions of the radio that you have, because a lot of you have Fusion radios. You're not using the Fusion side, so explore that. And nice thing about All-Star, it's all analog. So it doesn't matter what radio you're using. I think I understood that there might be, D-Star might not be up in Ingleside. I tried to key up the 444.9 and it didn't come back to me even on analog. So if you're a D-Star user that's down at the moment, I don't have any intel on when that's coming back up. I'll reach out to that repeater manager and see if we can get something provided out in an e-blast or through Groups.io or something, and at least update the website to show it's down and then hopefully a expected time of restoral. I think that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions about any of the digital mode repeaters? All right.
Thank you, Sparky. We are having a lot of conversations about some future expansion in the area of repeaters and linking and stuff. And so somewhere down the road, you're going to hear some really neat stuff coming forward. And so if you don't have a digital capable radio, get one, because it's going to be a lot of fun. The USS Lexington, making progress down there. Joel, would you mind coming to fill us in on that?
Hi, everyone. For the new guys, I'm Joel, W1JTD. I am the Lexington liaison to the board, and I'm generally down there every week on a Tuesday morning. So if you happen to want to come down on Tuesday morning, I'm there. James and I did an excellent job of coordinating our weekend plans, and I'm intending to have an October 12th Saturday morning work day on the Lexington. We'll start at 9 o'clock like we usually do and work as far as we can. I know that's going to cause a few people to maybe go between James's VE testing and what we're doing on the Lex, but that'll work out fine. We'll get along as far as we can on the Lex. Same job that we tried to do last spring, which was get the cable run for the scanty control head down in the new room. As far as the new room, we do have a water leak. I haven't been able to locate it. It doesn't seem to be coming from above, doesn't impact any of the radio equipment, but the floor over by the wall where the hallway is has got standing water on it. So, and I was out there this Tuesday and it rained. I went to the room and I could not see any water coming in at the time. So I really don't know where it's coming from, but the ship is aware of it and we'll try to get that ironed out here in the future. Again, with the 12th date, I know that some of the people that came last time weren't going to be able to make it, so we're going to probably keep it just to running that cable this time. There are a couple other jobs that we need to do, but maybe we can schedule another one, or just a couple of us can get together to finish those up. They're a lot smaller jobs. The antenna that goes out of the new room, we put in basically a temporary cable. It was an RG58, and the connection right out at the antenna, which is one of the ones, the original ship's antennas that sticks out to the side. If you walk up the ramp there to the Lexington, you'll see them sticking out. We didn't insulate that connection and it rusted on us. So we're going to get that repaired here real soon. So that antenna is currently not good. I'm not getting good SWRs on it at all, but I suspect that's the only problem, is just getting the connection done. Other than that, everything on Lexington's going well. If you want to operate, there's different members here that show up on different days. You can get hold of me or one of the board members, and we can tell you who's going to be there when, if you want to coordinate a day to go. But again, October 12th, 9 a.m., we'll meet like we did before at the stage inside and go ahead and go from there as far as setting up and getting everything together. That's all I got for the Lexington.
Thank you, Joel. And we can never have enough people to work. So if you have some time and don't mind grunting a little bit and tugging on wires and things, show up at the Lex and give us a hand. That would be a good deal. And talking about the Lex, you know, every month the Radio Club gives out what we call our Hammy Award, which is an award we give to someone that we feel has done a good deal for a great help to the amateur community overall. And this month, the Hammy Award is going to go to Ron McMurdy, W5QLD. Ron does a lot of work on the Lexington in IT and helping with the repeater down there and keeping it and the digital modes on the air down there. And so Ron is our recipient this month of the STARC Hammy Award. We have an exciting thing coming up, and that is a station at the Museum of Science and History. The formation of where we're going to be is still in the planning stages. John, our president, is working on that. But like I said, he's not here tonight. And as we get more ironclad information on that, we'll certainly pass that on to you via one of our meetings or e-blast or on the air, the Tuesday night net. And it's going to be really neat. We're going to have a station that is basically to look at some old vintage stuff. And then we've got a 7300, a tuner, and VHF radio that that's new stuff that was donated from a Silent Keys estate, and that has been donated specifically for the radio system at the Lex. So it's going to be a really neat place to get into and operate. And how we're going to do that is still up in the air right now. But our plan is that it's not going to cost you to come in to the museum if you're just going to go into the radio room, similar to what we have set up with the Lex. And so I think it's going to be a really, really neat deal. We have applied for a grant from ARRL for the antenna system down there. And looking at what they were requesting people to do for a grant, we are a absolute perfect fit. So I don't see any reason why we're not going to get that grant. And they're taking grants up to $25,000. We're asking for 5. So we're a drop in a bucket compared to what some of the people are going to be asking for. So hopefully that's going to come out. It will be November when they release the final awards, and hopefully we will be on that list. Do we have any new business? Yes, ma'am.
When it goes to use and you can use it, is it going to be on Tuesday nights or is it every night or has that been figured out yet?
At the museum, it's going to be during their hours that they're open, which is 9 to 6 or something like that.
On Tuesday or any day?
Yeah, we won't be able to get in at night or Sunday. I'm not sure when they're open, but they'll be open.
My question was, would it be a specific day, like Monday or Tuesday or every day?
Every day. Whenever the museum is open, we will have, our members will have access to go in to our radio display and operate the current station. When somebody's not there operating, our plan is to record a lot of QSOs off the air and loop them on a CD and have one of the vintage radios with LED lights in it so it appears to be on, and just loop that the audio from the CD and have it played so people can come up and look and get an idea. And we have brochures and things about ham radio and things about STARC, and it's going to be a really cool deal. If you are interested in getting a STARC t-shirt or shirt, Prince Charming Royal Tees on a Acushnet is where we are having them made now. They've got all of our goodies here. And if you take the shirt, it's like $12, $13. If you want to buy one of their shirts, it's the cost of the shirt on top of that. This one was $31, and it's not the cheapest. It's kind of in the middle. So, but they've got the logo if you want to get all set up down there. And I'm sure they can do it on a hat or anything else that you'd like to have. Towels, beach towels, whatever. They are on a Acushnet, which is behind Miller's Barbecue on Weber. It's about the second building behind Miller's Barbecue on Weber. Yes.
Here's another example.
Oh, yes. Like, very good, looking good.
Yeah, I probably off within a couple of days. I had that.
Yeah. The company is Prince Charming Royal Tees.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke.
No, that's the name of the company.
P-R-I-N-C-S, charming.
Right, Do we have any other new business? Any old business? Any comments? Okay, we have got, our next meeting is going to be Thursday, October 24th, and we'll be making the final prep for our Thanksgiving, Hamsgiving dinner at that point, which will be the November meeting. That's when we have a potluck and all sit around and get fat and talk, and it's a lot of fun. And the December Christmas party will be the 18th. That's why I kept messing up with the 18th. December the 18th will be the Christmas party at Silverado Smokehouse, which is where we usually go, and it will be from 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock, because that's when they close. And so be sure and come out. We're going to have a lot of fun, and there'll be more plans made between now and then. We had an estate donated to us, a second estate from K5HW. His relatives, his son donated all of his equipment to us. And Neil used to work for Galaxy Radio. He worked for them until they were bought by High Gain. So he has tremendous amount of Galaxy equipment, complete systems with all the bells and whistles. We have 2 big systems with lots of goodies. We have 1 small system that's basically the transceiver. And we've got a linear amplifier. One of the systems has a Galaxy 2 kilowatt linear with it. And so these are some really nice things. And we really would like to keep the sets together. At this point in time, if we end up having to separate them, we're going to end up with some stuff that, you know, we probably won't be able to move. But if you know somebody that's into vintage equipment, let me tell you, this is a bee's knees right now. And then we've got some vintage stuff that's receivers and things like that. If you want to add that to your shack, they all work. They're really cool. And I was going to take a picture of each one of them for a presentation tonight, and I flat ran out of time. So I ran out there and did a video. And so we're going to take a little break here and talk, and I'll set up the video, and then you can take a look at what we have there. I also have a list, and I made several copies. So if you're interested in this stuff, come get the list, because it's a lot of stuff there. And we don't have any. We've got some suggested prices off of eBay. We're not saying this is how much it is. Make us an offer. We do have a bid already on the Dentron 1.2 kilowatt amplifier. If you're interested in that, make us a bid tonight, because I told the gentleman that's interested that we would let him know after the meeting tonight whether he won or not. And so please consider that. And so at this point, I'll take a motion to adjourn the business meeting. Okay, and so seconded? Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll take a break while I set up the video, and we'll be back shortly. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and run this. It's about a 5.5 minute video. And if you are interested in anything, I do have a list up here, a bunch of pages. Take one with you that has everything listed that's on here. And bring your wallet. We could definitely use the funds. And if you're into vintage stuff, this is the bee's knees. All righty. We have a bunch of mobile antennas, and I mean a bunch of them. HF, VHF, UHF, 6 meter, whatever you would like to put on your vehicle, we got one. So come out and check that out. We got a big 75 meter one, which is pretty neat. And some old test equipment. This is a signal generator, which can still be pretty handy. Teletype equipment interfaces, and lots of stuff, just stuff. If you look through it, there's a lot of stuff in there that I know you can't live without. And so check that out. There's a climbing belt, 500 feet of hookup wire, which would also be dandy for making dipoles. And we do have a lot of tubes. Some of them I'm familiar with, some of them I'm not. Our assumption is a lot of those go with the Galaxy, will fit it, and there's a couple of Collins units, and we think that some of them may fit that. That's one of the Collins units there. That is a military surplus. All of this stuff turns on, lights up. Some of it I was able to get a signal with no antenna, some of it not. That's a teletype interface. And the Galaxy rack mount R530 receiver online is $1,000. And so that's a really good receiver. Heathkit transceiver and the VFO that goes with it, another little piece of test equipment. And there's the Dentron MLA 1200 amplifier and the power supply for it, which is currently wired for 220, but I'm sure it could be changed. We do have the manuals for all of this stuff, by the way, which is cool. That's a bridge for power in and out that he had constructed. The power supply for the one of the amplifiers there. And now into the goodies. This is all of the various pieces of Galaxy equipment. I took pictures of how he set it up. And so I'm going to go back and move this around, clean it up, and set each piece up like he had it set up. and that will make it appear a lot better. And I think we can get it. Everything was interfaced and working when we pulled it out. And so you can see there is an awful lot of Galaxy equipment. There have been a few pieces that were modded a little bit. Since he was a Galaxy engineer, I figure he said, hey, I can do this better. Now that's cool. You see those 3 stacks? They're 2 meter, but they're crystal controlled. And so that's an interesting thing. There's a Hammerlin, but that's what we're going to keep for the museum. And then the ICOM 740, that would be a real deal on that one. It's got a little, and the mic comes with it, and it's a little bassy on transmit, otherwise it's fine. So if you want to tinker with it or ship it off. And there's the Heathkit DX100 AM CW transmitter, and I've figured out the DX100 doesn't mean 100 watts, it means 100 pounds. But, but it is 100 watts. And more goodies, lots of various and sundry things. That's a Yaesu auto tuner for some of the Yaesu equipment up to 130 watts. And we have, that's a PA amplifier, just kind of showed up. We've got a lot of antenna rotor boxes and no rotors. So we're looking for somebody that's at more. If you need connectors, that box is full of every kind of connector you could dream of. And so that's worth perusing by itself. More goodies. And so there's just a lot of stuff out here. Feel free to come out if you want to put some vintage stuff in your shack as far as reading material. There it is. And so there's just a lot of stuff. The list is here. Come get your list, make your plans to come by and take a look at the equipment in person, and we'll help you put it in the car. We have that is a high tower, a high gain high tower, which is a 50-foot antenna. That is a 40-foot tower, and he had a tri-bander on it, so it does have the anti-sway bars on the top. There's your 2 tri-banders and the high tower. The high tower is 50 feet tall, and it mounts on insulators. The entire tower is the antenna, and it goes new for $3,000, and needless to say, we're not asking anywhere near that for it. So just make us an offer, because it needs to go away. My driveway is getting plumb full up. So we do have 3 tri-banders and lots of goodies that you need to come by and take a look at, and bring your wallet. So that's basically what the latest estate sale that we have is, and the list's up here. So come make us a bid on anything. Especially tonight, I'd like to see if anybody would like to bid on the MLA 1200 linear, because we do have one bid on it already. And our president just came in. Mr. John, how would you like to come up and address the club? Yo, John, front and center. Oh, that's probably a good idea. You can give me a call at 361-249-0993, n5vl@outlook.com, and we'll get you in there anytime you want to come by to look at the equipment, and we'll actually help you load it in your car too. So, hey, John,
Hi, Jim.
welcome back.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. So what am I doing here? Oh, hi.
Standing over there.
Standing over here. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying though, because I don't know what you've covered so far. Okay. Well, hi. Thanks everybody for coming. Appreciate that. That looks like an interesting collection of stuff there. I was enjoying watching the video over there. So go get it out of Jim's driveway, right? Everybody takes one piece, it would all be gone. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, thanks for coming. Appreciate you all being here. And I guess we will break for fellowship now, and I'm going to go make some refreshments here. So, off we go. 73, everybody.